Tēnā koutou katoa, ka nui te mihi o āti kia koutou ngā Neehi Maori me koutou hoki. Tēnā koutou. Look, first of all, my really humble apologies for not being able to be there with you today, to be able to share in this great occasion. As I thought about the place in which you are gathered today, I couldn't help reflect again on the wisdom of pōtātou te wherowhero. Ko tahi te kōhau o te ngira e kuhuna ai, te miro mā, te miro pango, te miro whero. I muri, kia mau ki te aroha, ki te ture, ki te wakapono. Through the eyes of the needle pass the white threads, the black threads and the red threads. Afterwards, looking to the past as you progress, hold firmly to your love, the law and your faith. And it is a message of kotahitanga, of manaakitanga, of rangatiratanga. And it inspires us to acknowledge our connections while being very proud of our distinctive identities. It speaks to us of coming together for a common goal. And there is no better evidence of this in my mind than the unique combination of the three forces who have come together for this AGM. Te Roopu mate Huka o Aotearoa, Ngaru Hauora o Aotearoa, and te Kaunihera o ngā Neehi Maori o Aotearoa. What you have done in coming together in this AGM demonstrates that you are at the cutting edge as we respond to the winds of change upon us, primarily in health, but also right across the social policy sector. The move to collaboration, the joined-up approach, is being mirrored in other parts of the health journey. And you may be aware of the National Maori PHO Coalition, which is also demonstrating the value of working together. They are a national coalition of 11 Maori-led PHOs representing urban, rural and tribal entities who are combining forces to focus on interaction and integration with whānau right at the core. You will also be aware of the government's direction as expressed in the movement for primary health care, which is better, sooner, more convenient. There is a focus on a more personalised primary health care system and a desire to reduce pressure on hospitals. The strategy promotes a philosophical shift to transfer services into local communities, accompanied with developments such as nurse-led clinics and an enhanced role for nurses as case managers. But I want to point out a key element on the government strategy, which is where I think your three organisations can play a particularly crucial role. The social movement that's being anticipated is the strategy articulated in this one sentence. This requires a patient-centred health system where individuals are active partners with health professionals in the management of their own treatment and care. That all sounds fine, self-managed, self-determined care with the active cooperation of health professionals, but there is a word missing, and it's a very big word, and that word is whānau. A surprising omission, because I've been amazed at how many providers and people are now coming up to me to share their successes about the whānau ora model. I'm always a bit wary when concepts become popularised as to how these concepts are being applied. I have no desire to define whānau. There can be no dispute. Whānau means to be born of, and that to me is absolutely about wakapapa, the direct links that we have to our hapu, our iwi and our tūpuna. And I've no desire to define whānau ora either. Whānau ora, what I do know, is not about having a few Māori nurses as part of your service, or being able to count up the number of Māori clients that work through your door. The point for me is that you will define whānau ora as being the aspirations and priorities that you will know because of your connections to your whānau. As whānau, we must define for ourselves the direction that we want government to take in respect of our interests. And you will know that you've achieved whānau ora because you will be proud that the whānau you connect to are self-sufficient, independent and interdependent. What I'm interested in defining and aiming for are outcomes that paint a landscape in which whānau ora is evident in absolutely everything that you do. The outcomes that matter to whānau might be that they are carriers of culture and heritage, the models of a healthy lifestyle, access points to your world, gateways to Te Ao Māori, guardians of the environment, economic units, whānau educators, whānau transmitters of knowledge, and whānau innovators. These are just a few starting points, and I'm sure your hui will build on this list and scope out the landscape which reflects your unique priorities as well. And there may be some of you who are saying, it's not in my job description to meet all of these goals. And I guess I would challenge you to consider that Hauora is all of our business. If I think, say, of the diabetes business, whether it be undertaking blood glucose and blood pressure testing, nutrition advice, or in treating and preventing obesity, eye disease, kidney failure, heart disease, strokes, the list goes on, we all know that the most effective solutions will be ones which are owned by the whole whānau. It's no good having the podiatrist come to your door in the morning when that night fatty beef and sugary sweets have been served up at tea time. It's about understanding the complexity of the needs and bringing them together to make the difference. And it is about sharing our successes, the best practice models. This centre here, for instance, Te Kōhau Health, works hard to focus on Hauora in all of the health programs that they undertake. The services are free for whānau members and they are based on a model of te pai mahutonga, addressing physical, emotional, environmental, spiritual and cultural factors to enhance overall well-being and lifestyle change. While we must share our success stories across the health sector, I want to emphasise that we are also calling for a wider view of cooperation and collaboration. It's about vertical and horizontal integration and looking at the widest range of our areas of interest, whether it be child, youth and family, justice, education, housing, work and income, MSD, accident compensation and more. The changes we are seeking are a major transformation. So we must join together. We must consolidate and strengthen our networks, and we must always look for the greatest landscape for our whānau. And so over this AGM, I'd encourage you to look hard at your organisations, at yourselves, and really consider what are the best opportunities for achieving the outcomes that we all want. I want to thank you all for the selfless dedication in which you serve our whānau, and I wish you well for a stimulating and productive AGM. Nā reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.